Back in some national news now, senior BJP leader L.K. Advani has written a letter to the Congress President Sonia Gandhi expressing regret for his party's allegations that Sonia and her husband had accounts in overseas banks. Now, BJP's task force on black money had mentioned Sonia and Rajiv Gandhi's names, alleging that they had accounts in foreign banks. Now, later, Sonia wrote back to Advani denying existence of any such accounts. Advani said that if she had denied it earlier, the BJP would not have raised such an issue in the first place. Well, after the heated arguments for constituting a JPC, the fight is now on in Delhi regarding the composition of this committee, with a very real possibility that parties such as Tamil Nadu's AIADMK and the CPM will not be represented on the panel. Now, political parties are now jostling for berths in this panel, this even as we stand only 3 days away now from the crucial budget session.
The political buzz in Delhi has changed. From will the government order a JPC in 2G scam, now it's who will get a berth in the JPC. The scramble is getting intense as during preliminary talks, the government and the BJP are discussing a 21-member committee, 14 from the Lok Sabha and 7 from the Rajya Sabha. But parties like the CPM and AIADMK are alarmed. With less than 20 members, they may not get a berth if the committee is small. So they are out mounting pressure.
Since the inception of these committees, 30-member committee plus a chairman, that makes it 31. So that is the norm that has been followed in the earlier JPCs, and I think that should be the norm that should be followed here.
Though there are no separate rules, a berth in JPC is conventionally decided on the basis of proportional representation. The ruling majority gets more, smaller parties get left out. Since the JPC will probe telecom policy since 2001, a period during which the Congress and the BJP were in power, the left and others are opposed to the two dominating the committee. So when Pranab Mukherjee starts discussions over the terms and composition of the JPC, smaller parties will demand that JPC should have minimum 30 members, nominated, not elected.
During the winter session, a united opposition created trouble for the government over the formation of a JPC. Now the government can certainly smile as the opposition stands divided over the composition of a JPC.
The government's other challenges are the terms in reference. The government wants specific terms to avoid attempts to expand the scope of the probe once the JPC is functional.
We have told him that it should be broad-based.
The government has to work out these complex issues in the next 5 days, as the opposition may get together and disrupt if there is no clear move on the JPC by Tuesday next.
Well, in other developments, Maoists who have abducted the 30-year-old collector of Malkangiri in Orissa have sent a list of 7 demands in order for R. Vinil Krishna to be released. And the letter with the demands was forwarded to the media. NDTV has learned that there may be talks with the Maoists through mediators as early as on Sunday to negotiate the release of Krishna and a junior engineer. Now, in a 4-page letter, the Maoists have also named 3 people as mediators. Yesterday, the Orissa government halted anti-Maoist operations in the state. However, the main road connecting Malkangiri with the state has been blocked after a large number of trees were felled. Now, Krishna, an IIT Madras graduate in charge of one of Orissa's most remote districts with a strong Maoist presence, had worked tirelessly to improve the conditions of the tribals there. Hundreds were out in the district asking for his release. Well, one of the mediators that the Maoists have asked for is Professor Haragopal from the Central University in Hyderabad. Speaking to NDTV, he appealed to the Maoists to give more time for possible negotiations and to not harm the collector.
My first appeal to Maoists is that this deadline has to be extended, because this is too short a time for the complex and the number of demands they have put forward. Therefore, they have to extend the time. I would also appeal that they should not harm him, because loss of life either side is always tragic.
And well, the Orissa Assembly saw unruly scenes over the collector's kidnapping. Opposition members raised the slogans demanding the resignation of the Chief Minister. They protested with banners and shouted slogans saying that the government should protect its own officers. Now, a few MLAs were even seen climbing on top of the Speaker's podium. The Speaker was forced to adjourn the House. And some more news coming in from the Arab world. Some disturbing news that Human Rights Watch says Libyan security forces have killed at least 24 people in crackdown on protesters. Libyan security forces were expecting violent demonstrations on Friday, a day after clashes across the country. Some reports put the number of killed in clashes at least 45. Online postings by opposition groups called for demonstrations against the country's ruler, 41 years now, Muammar Gaddafi, to start after Friday prayers. Violent clashes erupted between demonstrators and security forces across the country on Thursday in what the opposition organizers had billed as a day of anger. Well, time now to take a quick glance at gold and silver prices and how they were doing today. And well, still ahead on the bulletin, just a few more hours to go for the World Cup. We'll get you all the action surrounding the World Cup 2011 in just a short while. Keep with us.